Hey guys, happy Friday. All right, last week, blown away. I asked people to do some homework. I was not expecting the volume of people that actually did the homework, and like instantly after I sent the email out, I'm getting emails back, which was amazing. I really wasn't expecting the stories that came with it, and I'm so grateful that everybody who did share shared, some really personal, touching stories. So thank you for that. This week, the title of this week is Not More Homework. You guys have inspired me to keep giving you homework, and that's what's going to happen today. First of all, I'm going to share a story. And I've half shared this story before. In 2008, I was working at a public company. I had built up a business prior where we were looking after the compliance work for self-managed super funds. We were an accounting firm for self-managed super funds. My business got sold to a public company. In my 27, 28 years, the value of my shares nudged about $1 million. I don't remember if it was just short or just over, but it was $1 million. So I think I'm pretty good. I'm an obnoxious little bugger. I wasn't going around telling everybody, but my family and my wife and everything like that. I'm like, nah, we've got $1 million. 27 years old, we've got $1 million. The financial crisis comes along and gone, every last cent. Wasn't really a pleasant feeling, but bring me forward to age 41, 14 years later, and I'm actually grateful that I went through that. Okay, I learned a lot out of it, and I'd do it again. I don't know if I'd choose to do it again when I was 57 or 58 as opposed to 27 or 28. But I learned a lot out of that experience. And that is your homework for this week. What is something that's happened in your life that money has taught you? And it may be something like me where at the time, it wasn't a great feeling. You didn't think there, or I didn't think there was much worse that could happen other than health stuff, than losing all this money. But looking back at it, I'm really grateful for it. So for me, one of the things that I learned out of that, with the experience of time added on to the event is that, this, as much as it doesn't feel great, there's a lesson in here. What am I going to get out of this to be better off for it? Because at the moment, nothing can change the fact that that action has happened, okay? And I can move forward in two ways. I can move forward with a positive, momentum building attitude. Great, let's get on with it. What can I take out of that scenario? Or I can put my head down and go, woe is me, okay? So understanding that I've had these moments in time where things have happened that are just shit, that I look back on and go, no, you know what, Jace, I've got these experiences where this stuff's happened before. You're going to get something out of it. You're going to be better off for it, okay? So money has taught me that. Another thing that money has taught me, I'm the kind of person, I've got goals, I've got ambitions, I want to create a great business, I want to be a help to every single Australian in the space that I work. I want to be rewarded for the value that I add. I want to have, a nice house. I want to have nice cars. I want to have all this stuff. I want to be able to provide, funds to charity and all these great things, right? Now, one of the things that I would do in the past is be always looking forward and never really happy with where I was, because I was always on to the next whatever it was, okay? So one of the other things that money's taught me is that being grateful for what I have. So yes, it might be great to have ambitions and goals and things that you want to achieve, which for me revolves a lot around money, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't be happy with where I am. If I take a step back and look at Jace Cosgrove, I hate referring to myself in the third person, look at myself and what I've achieved and what I've got and go, wow, you're like, mate, this is great. Don't be unhappy with what you've got just because you want more. So money has taught me to be grateful, yeah? It's as opposed to looking at things that you want and not being in the position you want to be because there's a divide between where you are and where you want to be. Actually look at where you are and be grateful, knowing that's all possible, but being grateful for what you've got, okay? So for me and for you, your homework. What is the biggest lesson you have learned from money? One, be grateful for where you're at in relation to money, because nothing can change it. Yes, have future goals and that sort of thing. And two, if it's been something negative or it's been something positive, take a lesson out of it, or take the lessons out of it to move forward in a positive momentum building manner, as opposed to a woe is me, head down, shrugged your shoulders sort of manner. Just a positive mental attitude. Surely you're going to be better off for it. So guys, again, I ask, more homework. What is one of the biggest lessons that you've learned from money? Like I said at the start, really grateful for the amount of people that replied and did a homework last week and shared their stories. I was overwhelmed, and I replied to all of you guys to say thank you. So thank you again in this public setting. Please, again, let me know, what is the biggest lesson that you've learned from money? All right, guys, thank you. Signing off. Talk soon.